The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.
All right, guys, issues as always. You know how that goes. Oh, crap. It's going to be one of those shows, Jeff. Anyway. Golly. We did the Greg Cherry show. Thank you again, everybody, by the way, who was on that show and donated, including Josh and Dwayne. Greg gets his $100 for the week, so he's gonna shave the greatest beard on God's green earth for next week's show, Harley Race style, or 2006 version, whatever you want. The Lemmy beard. We're in Hollywood. We'll call it the Lemmy beard today. Why the hell not? Oh, but yes, I am Jeff Meacham live, literally with Sunset Boulevard behind me. He is Renegade J.J. Williams with Victorville and his apartment behind him because, well, I'm too broke to get both of us down here, damn it, and it sucks. But
and let's be real, there's nothing to be seen in Victorville, so you know.
Well, no, because the weather, like we've seen all year, Mother Nature forgot to buy boiler pills this year because it's been bad shit. You know, Greg, literally, when we went on the air with Greg, when we were doing the pre-show BS, it was sunny like this. He went to go check at 7 o'clock Eastern. It was blizzard outside. I'm like, okay, Mother Nature needs to go on time out across the globe. She bad shit. Anyway.
It's what happens when you try to discipline Jack Frost.
You know, saying, don't piss off Jack Frost. Don't piss off Elsa. Y'all just need to let that shit go.
Legendary figures are getting their penance.
Right. Jack Frost don't mess around. Crazy. Warm hugs are not his thing no more. Anyway, we're going crazy. So yes, I am now on a time crunch because it's literally a Braun Strowman stride away from me where I'm going next. So you know, but I mean, literally, I can look out that window if it was open. And oh, there it is. The Comedy Store's right there. So there you go. I can see my destination on the horizon. But yeah, for people that know LA, I'm at the world famous Carney's Hot Dog train here on Sunset Boulevard. Had me, as I described to Mrs. Riff, a plate of sweet potato fries topped with cheddar cheese, chili, and no fucks given because I'm on vacation. So I'm here for it. But we're here because we have a boatload of watch-alongs coming up starting tomorrow, my friend.
Yes. I'm so stoked, dude. Like, for real. Like, we think back just a year ago to where the channel was and the coverage that was given. And, like, we did WrestleMania, but that was it.
Yep.
This year, we're doing WrestleMania. We're doing Stand and Deliver. We're doing Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor. We're doing, Multiverse United, Impact, and New Japan. We're doing our thoughts as it happens of the Hall of Fame, and we're even doing the Raw after Mania.
Yeah.
What a difference a year makes, man.
Right?
What a difference 6 months makes, because 6 months ago, you were all like, why are we even doing this? Nobody watches, nobody donates. I'm over it. Half of your commentary team didn't give a damn about WWE.
Yep.
One of them only did it because he
we'll be honest.
Yeah. But it's like, and now here we are 6 months, a year later. Those two people are back. They have acknowledged the product that is WWE. They are just as excited about Mania as we are. When it comes to some matches, maybe even a little bit more so. And
it's very true.
We've got, like I said, we've got Multiverse United, Supercard of Honor, Hall of Fame, Stand and Deliver, Night 1, Night 2, Raw after Mania, possibly 2 different calls. And then we wrap everything up at the end of next week, a week from Friday, with Battle of the Belts and Rampage.
Yeah.
We have 9 streams.
Yeah.
In 8 days?
Yeah. I put my story up yesterday, or whatever day it was. Starting with Talk Anything, Talk Wrestling, last Tuesday, a week ago. 16 streams in 14 days that I hosted on the Jeff Meacham Network or the Multiverse Media, which includes Jeff Meacham Network YouTube. Plus 3 streams I appeared on that I didn't necessarily host or whatever, or I wasn't on screen for, but Dory's show yesterday, the show with Noah and the ladies yesterday, and then the No DQ review and predictions for No DQ yesterday, and tomorrow, as it turns out. So I've never been more busy in my 20 years. I've never been more tired. I'm not going to lie,
Yeah.
but I absolutely love it. I'm so jazzed, and yes, I will full on admit a huge part of it is being in the same stadium, the stadium that's behind us right now in the shop, because I get to fulfill a promise to myself that I made 18 years ago. That the next time WrestleMania is in Los Angeles County proper, or some offshoot of the LA region, that I would be there, whatever I had to do. And Lord knows, Jay, you know better than anybody, I've done what I had to do to get to this weekend.
Yes.
I have a prop I paid $100 something for a photo op. There is that. Granted, the photo op itself was a gift from the gods, and I appreciate that. And the gods, they're beside the Grapevine North and wave, red and white flags. But that's a whole other story. It is. It's always been my favorite weekend of the year. Always been my favorite weekend of the year. But
Yes.
it's special. Like I said, we have the aura of Hollywood literally behind me. The aura, the Tinseltown is a buzz with this. You go up the street here. Ironically enough, I passed the AEW billboard on the way here. It's full of graffiti. I'm like, the irony is real.
Right.
Throwing that out there. It's the only show not running out here this week. The only company. So,
although technically AEW Light is running because Ring of Honor has Supercard of Honor. I'm not trying to be mean about it, but it is still a Tony Khan company.
It is. And what I found fascinating, I was listening to, not listening to, watching, but listening also, what happened with Mr. Shibani this morning, the premiere. Him and Conrad calling WrestleMania 5, which is always an adventure. That I watched Tony's one WrestleMania that he was on screen for. And they were talking about that. I lost the thing. I thought what I was going to say now. Damn. Oh, the fact that he's going to be here to help call Ring of Honor. And I'm like, damn, man, is it sad that I was fully convinced I'm not going to Ring of Honor. I'm going to stay home, do the call along, do the produce. And I'm like, now I want to go because Tony's going to be here. That is indicative of how, as powerful as Ring of Honor name has always been for 20 years, and how much more motivated they are with the passing of Jay Briscoe. I wasn't legitimately contemplating going until I found out Tony Schiavone is going to be there. That's a little sad,
right.
Unfortunately. And again, I'm not saying that's everybody's mindset. That's just my mindset. But before we get to Ring of Honor, we got to get to tomorrow night. And I don't have the graphics up because the Wi-Fi here has been murdered, so I do apologize. But I do have the graphics for the start of the show, which of course is tomorrow night at 7:30 Pacific. Again, that's 7:30 Pacific across the multiverse of media, because they're started at 8 o'clock our time here in California. So we'll be going live at 7:30 Pacific, which enables me to be on the prediction show for part 2 of WrestleMania. And we say part 2 on that because we don't have the card finalized yet,
right?
Even now. So what the latest I'm hearing is they're going to make some sort of official announcement within the next day or two, which would make sense because the next day or two is Friday. Have the car finalized by the end of the week. I'm just throwing that out there. But yes, officially we kick off our watch-alongs with Multiverse United from Impact and New Japan Pro Wrestling, the only super card or mega card this weekend that is 100% sold out. You can't get into this place if you try. You got to bribe the guard. You got to do the naughty thing with the girl at the door. You're not getting in this place.
Right.
So it's going to be awesome. And there are a lot of little card shakeups because of injury. Scott Alexander went down. Mickey James went down. Will Ospreay went down, which, man, I know so many people that were coming out here to see Ospreay. It's like, oh. So it's been a little injury bug bitten, but it's still the lead off. It's the kickoff. And it's unfortunately going to be the most traffic impacted show of the weekend, because not only are they running that at the Globe downtown, but the Dodgers open tomorrow night.
I think Saturday is going to be worse, sir, because not only are the Dodgers playing, but you've got Stand and Deliver, you've got WrestleCon, you've got the WrestleMania Superstore, And you've got Reba at the Hollywood Bowl.
Oh my God, I forgot about Reba. Oh no, that's right.
And you've got night one of WrestleMania.
Yeah, I don't even want to know what this shit's gonna look like Saturday night. I don't even want to know.
No.
So yeah, that's fair. Saturday would be the worst traffic day.
I pity my daughter trying to get out of there on Saturday night.
Yeah, because she wants to be home and get some sleep for Sunday. Because she will be home to acknowledge, like we all will. But
and we'll get there in a moment.
Yeah,
because there's still
so
much more to go over. I don't know if you can access the comments, but I did put a comment in the stream. I don't know if you want to. Yeah, there you go. Throw that up there and just kind of leave it there for the time being.
Right. But Kryptonite guy, really mean it. Well, please come and see my poor broke ass up in 550 for a minute. I'll gladly take a picture and give you a little whiff of that sweet air because I only get that at Staples Center.
Right.
Of course, that's what I was at the Staples Center for wrestling. It was traumatic. That's a whole other story.
But I mean, Multiverse United, I think, is going to be the sleeper show.
Yeah.
It's because it's the companies that not everybody follows except for the diehards.
Yeah, and people have written off Impact so many times in the last 20 years. It's like,
I know, but like we talked about on Open Mic Night here a few times, they've sold out every one of their pay-per-views, Impact Plus specials, whatever, their special cards this year. And as you just pointed out, this is the only one so far that is completely sold out. So it's a big deal, and it's going to continue to be a big deal. And then everybody else is going to have to try to top the show ahead of it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm worried about, because we joked about last year is the summer of injuries. And now we've already got Alexander, Mickey, and Ospreay going down, and we haven't even started WrestleMania weekend.
No, it's definitely a dangerous. It's almost like you want to steal the show from everybody, but you don't. You have to find that line and don't cross it. Inch up to it, ride it like a show pony, but don't cross it. That's the key, and it's. But yeah, I am proud of my Impact Wrestling fans, especially Frankie Kazarian, who is celebrating his 25th anniversary of joining Kowalski School today.
I saw his post about that. I thought that was really cool to see.
Not gonna lie, I'm mildly contemplating after the set here at the Comedy Store, trying to weasel my way into the whiskey just to get him a hug. Because he's at the whiskey for that Micromania nonsense tonight.
Right.
So his band's there. So it's like, I haven't seen the band yet, except on the cruise. It was a brief, passed by because I was in the middle of my 40,000 other things on the cruise. But yeah, Frankie will always be a Jeff Meacham YouTube, Jeff Meacham period OG. I love that man to pieces. I love his wife, kid. They're all awesome. And I'm so happy for Impact. Even Scott Tamora, that Davis for giving mother effort, because he's crazy. But yeah, I'm happy for Impact that they're actually doing this showcase in Hollywood. WrestleMania week. The closest they've been is having Bound for Glory in San Diego, or having that event they had in Long Beach. Like, we both love Long Beach. We always will. But it's not Hollywood. It's not LA. So they're here. They're at the Globe Theater, which is the home of PWG. Which PWG, for all they charge, will always be PWG.
Yeah.
They're getting reference to WWE TV even now.
Yeah.
So happy for them. Friday
is when the real chaos begins.
Yes, you got that shit right.
Thursday we dip our toes in it.
Yes.
Friday, it's go time.
Yeah, Thursday our toes in the water. Friday our ass in the sand. Seriously, it's going to be not only a Supercard of Honor, which we're going to have commentary for in depth from Noah, and I think James is going to call that one for us.
Yeah. To my knowledge, the only thing in question for James is Monday.
Right.
Everything else he's still go on. So he's calling the action for Multiverse United tomorrow. He's calling the action for Supercard of Honor. He'll be part of the Hall of Fame panel with us, and then he'll be popping in and out of the Mania streams as we usually do with our green room brethren in between of the matches. So
And I am, and again, this they announced Tim White for the Warrior Award for the Hall of Fame. Which, if you don't follow WWE on a regular basis or haven't followed it for like my lifetime worth of years, Tim White, before he became the referee that nearly died in Hell in a Cell, before he became the referee that tried to kill himself multiple times on YouTube, and if you're on Josh Matthews, you wouldn't blame him. Timmy White was Andre the Giant's agent during Andre's last year for WWE. When he came over and did the thing with Keenan, Tim was there with Andre every step of the way. He also helped a lot behind the scenes. He's one of those backstage warriors that just if it wasn't Steve Lombardi and it wasn't Hard Whitman, it was Tim White pretty much. So we talked about this earlier on the phone. If they're going to keep the theme of keeping it in the WWE family as far as having a WWE person get the Warrior Award, like the Warriors suggested, by the way, Timmy White's definitely up there in the deserving category, without a doubt. Much in the same vein as Titus and Stu Aitchison and Shad, of course. So, yeah, I think if that's the way the class stands, I'm okay with it, to be honest with you. It'll be short, sweet, to the point.
last year was 5, 4 plus Warrior.
Yes.
Got the same for this time. That's what we were waiting on, but they just took so long to start pulling the trigger. And I think you hit the nail on the head on one of the other streams, the other 500 you've done in the last 2 weeks. They were waiting for Rock. They were waiting for Batista. And when they couldn't get confirmation of that, they had to scramble to do something that made sense.
Yes, exactly.
And Ray in LA, San Diego not that far away. That just made sense. He won his first WWE title in Anaheim, which is kind of in between LA and San Diego.
Yes, it is the middle. It is the armpit of SoCal Arena. That is correct. The pond is the dirty pond water in Anaheim. Gotta do it once. But
it's where bum ass Corbin's going to be kicking it most of the time.
You know what? For real, I'm gonna go next door and be like, look, it's not you I hate. It's what you stand for, and that's your lame ass booking that I hate. Damn it.
It's the fact that my son turned on Kofi Kingston for you.
Go ass. The worst Money in the Bank cash in history, even worse in theory. I stand by it.
And Theory cashed in for a mid-card title. At least Corbin went for the main title.
But they both lost. And Corbin looked like a complete dink because he had babyface Cena screw him in favor of a heel champion, laughing at him, and nobody was bothered by him. That was some sad-ass SmackDown shit right there. Anyway, we're going off the beaten path. We're not even 20 minutes in. But it's okay. We digress. Buy the shirt and JJ did. He's not running right now. He's running off the shirt.
Super Card of Honor, out of the shows that I'm not going to be able to watch,
right?
Super Card of Honor is the one that I regret the most.
Yeah.
Because as much negative history as we have with the Briscoe brothers, I want to see Mark finish his story by capturing the title that he's challenged for 9 times, Noah pointed out on the Simply Predicting we did, and has never been able to grab that title.
It's ridiculous. And the one Briscoe victory over Joe was Joe. That is what it is now. We talked about Super Card of Honor last year when we were going into WrestleMania, because we did have coverage of that, and it was one of those. Last year's was okay. There's a new feel. There's a new path for Ring of Honor. The path has been laid. The bricks have been laid. They need to actually harden the cement now and actually get this in. This show has to do what they're talking about doing Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon for you kids on the East Coast. Ring of Honor needs to deliver.
Absolutely.
They have to. Because if they don't, what did Tony invest in? What's the point?
That's fair. That's a fair assessment. I mean, they've been doing really well with Tony at the helm of the ship. In
Yes,
some ways, they've even been excelling over AEW.
I will agree with that.
This,
And
though, is make or break. And
I
when you lose somebody, that's the heart and the soul of the company. You really have to try and do something to bounce back from it. And I know they did the ROH tribute show to Jay. It's up on YouTube. You can watch it for free, as well, of course, the Honor Club. I'm sure it's on there. But if you don't subscribe, you can watch it on YouTube. But this is the next major show. And arguably, it is their major show of the year. It is the Super Card.
yeah, they've not really, as far as I know, I could be wrong. If you really want to out there, correct me, but they don't really have one show that's like their WrestleMania, because the shows they do, because they do quarterlies, and every show has that big show feel to it. So,
But I would argue, though, if there is one, it is the Super Card of Honor.
yes, and
I mean,
because
just
of when it
the name
happens,
alone suggests that.
yeah, and the fact that they've moved Supercard of Honor to fall directly in the path of WrestleMania weekend for the better part of its existence, Kerry, and then Gabe, and then Tony. They're not, well. Tony has his moments, but yeah, they're. You mentioned Ring of Honor. It's Ring of Honor is being better booked because Tony's not so hands-on and he's not on camera presence. That's the key
And it's also the company that doesn't have the elite
for now
to cause their shenanigans.
Because they formed their own company instead. Yeah. Well, that's true. But yeah, Supercard of Honor is it is the show that will determine the future of Ring of Honor, good, bad, or indifferent.
And then, like you said, you've got the Hall of Fame coming up right after that. I believe they have announced on WWE it's going to begin at 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern.
Yes, they're going to have a little buffer between the end of SmackDown.
There's going to be about a 30-minute break between SmackDown ending and then the Hall of Fame going live. That way they can get the superstars backstage. They can get dressed. They can put the chairs out on the entry ramp. They can convert the ring as they need to. But, we ran down the class. Rey Mysterio, the Great Muta, Andy Kaufman, Stacy Keibler announced this past Monday. Timmy White announced today. Definitely a decent class. We're being honest here, there's a few things that I question.
Right.
But at the end of the day, everyone's going in for respectable reasons.
Yes.
The thing that always looms large over my opinion, and I know you can agree with me, is there's other people that deserve more than some of the names that are going in.
Yes, I'm going to be seeing one of those names on the female side Saturday night. And, two of them. So, but again, one of them is actively employed with another company, so there is that. But I digress again. So then Saturday is, like I said, that's going to be the most traffic day on these crazy streets here in Los Angeles and Hollywood. It's going to be the most traffic day across the multiverse.
Yeah, because we have three things that we're doing on Saturday.
Yeah, 3 things plus 2 things I'm visiting that I'll be live on location during 2 of those things. So it's gonna be ape shit for sure. So of course, I'm gonna take your comment real quick. Give me a second. So Saturday morning for us, 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 10 o'clock start time for the show itself, and then of course 12:30 on the East Coast, 1 p.m. for the start of the show itself. So NXT's WrestleMania, for lack of a better term, stand and deliver. And again, Jay, this is one of those. This is really the show in the Shawn Michaels NXT era that it's like, all right, here we go. This is looking really good. And with what happened on Tuesday night, with the final additions to the 2 secondary to the North American Championship, and then the out of nowhere return of Roxanne Perez, who if it is Shawn Michaels, NXT, but the fact that Booker's star people is leading the charge as the NXT Women's Champion, absolutely. I am here. I'm all about it.
I'm not completely surprised at her return. I just
Oh,
wish
right.
she had waited until after the match.
Yeah.
And we could have had that, Punk Cena moment. Like after Cena
Sean Razor,
dethroned.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right
exactly.
after Cena took the belt from Mysterio, after Ray won that tournament. Bam, here comes Punk, belt to belt.
Still to this day, one of my
Now
favorite
that
Punk moments.
Roxy is back in the match, with her being omitted from the match, I see Cora costing her the belt.
Exactly my thought process too. But we will definitely
Yes,
get into the predictions again. Yeah,
we will get knee deep in that come Saturday morning.
Saturday morning because.
And then, did you see the video that WWE put up on their socials today? I want to say it was on Instagram.
Okay.
Right after Indy Hartwell won her match, Johnny Gargano backstage, like embracing her, giving her a huge hug and everything.
Well, I mean, that is
there's
the way.
A little something there. I think we discussed it on Simply Predicting. Possible the way coming through here.
There may be something there that really is there before. Candace will appreciate that one, not that anybody can. Anyway.
Who?
Stop it. You're as bad as you're almost as bad as Rick. I say almost for reasons. Anyway. While
I know
you
who
guys
you're
are
talking about. I just don't care about her. You know that.
I know you do. So as you guys are calling NXT,
yes.
As you guys are actually, as you're wrapping up the NXT coverage before we go into our literally only 2 hour break. We crazy. I will be in line.
A power nap.
Right. I will be in line. May the Lord help me for not having crossing with nerves and protecting yo ass from being a blabbermouth. After tomorrow's Throwback Thursday.
You know what? I filmed a minute and a half, almost 2 minutes, heartfelt message, apology, forewarning that I threw before the episode. It's sitting here on the phone, ready to upload to YouTube as soon as we get off the air, because I didn't want to clog up the internet.
Which I appreciate.
But yeah, I filmed an almost 2 minute video, just kind of addressing the situation, addressing how I was a different person there, how I don't feel that way anymore, how I extend my deepest apologies to Michelle and to Taker about what I say. And if either of you guys see this, I hope you'll forgive me because I'm not that person anymore. So,
and if he doesn't,
and the people at home are like, what the hell is he talking about? You're going to have to tune in to Throwback Thursday to find out. Don't worry about if you have the graphic or not. It's not a big deal. We're here to promote certain stuff. That wasn't something we were trying to promote.
I know. And you know what? If he doesn't get over it, I do have the actual urn. So
that's right. For my
ashes. You are set, brother. You are set, brother.
Yeah, Taker will kill me, and then Kane will burn me alive.
Hey, you know what? He can ride off as the mayor. I can save some money on that. Anyway, I have ideas. Anyway,
yeah, no, that's a bad Jeff.
Yeah, that's bad, Jeff. I know. I'm gonna go back. Have some.
Unfortunately, Percy isn't here anymore to be the mortician operating on me. So
Yeah, and
keep it all in the family.
Yeah. I don't want Mick subbing in as a substitute because he's crazy anyway. Speaking of Mickles, Saturday night or Saturday afternoon for us, but Saturday night, 3 days, dude. Yeah. Like you've been watching me all season. I've been coming a weepy bitch with every passing day. I'm pretty much going to be a freaking collection of tears and well, by this point probably alcohol at this point. Yeah, I'm emotional. I'm probably going to be an idiot over here, seeing people I haven't seen in years. If Sean does here, I'm going to hug him until he makes me let go with his dog. God, Lula, Sean, if Sean is there tonight, I hope Lula is okay. Because that dog is she's a badass. Let's like her papa. I love them both. But WrestleMania, man, it's
It's our Super
it,
Bowl.
it is. It is.
Like I said to the kids in the house here, this is Game 7 of the World Series. This is Game 7 of the NBA Final. This is Game 7 of the Stanley Cup. This is the Super Bowl. This is, Daytona 500 or Indianapolis, This is our moment.
This is the one event you walk
This
out.
is our lose yourself, our M&M. You've got one shot, one opportunity to see everything you've ever wanted in one moment. You going to capture it or are you going to let it slip? And unfortunately, the 13 matches announced, only 13 people can capture that moment. Everybody else is going to let it slip through their fingers.
13 sides out of, that is the way it's been, unfortunately, when it comes to professional wrestling. And this is my chance. I said it at the top. I said it. I've been saying it a lot. I made a promise to myself, sitting in that living room in the house I've been in pretty much for the last month. It's here. I'm going. I get to go. I get to go with it. First of all, I get to go with my dad downtown to see the Undertaker, which is no small thing for anyone. Anyway, I mean, my God. And then my buddy Travis, who has been my in business wrestling person in the same way that you've been my podcast wrestling person. Like you and Aaron have been there with me for that. Travis and I have been kindred spirits in the business side of stuff. It's just
your old wild boss.
It's a freaking Kismet weekend, dude. It sounds really like freaking love story Disney bullshit, but it's what it is for me.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, you just think about the extra peripherals, going on this weekend. Forget about the shows for just a second. You've got Sean Waltman tonight. You've got Dolph Ziggler tonight.
Yeah.
You've got possibly Frankie Kazarian if you're able to get over to the whiskey.
Yeah.
You've got our boy Gino Rivera is going to be there. In and around the area.
Yes. We did connect there, by the way. So.
You've got SoCal Val on Saturday. You've got Foley.
Yeah. You can meet Nikki, meet Lisa. And then, like you said, God, it's cousin. It's really hitting me this week, especially. This is the biggest week of my 20-year career.
Yeah, it is.
This is everything coming together.
You get to see The Undertaker with your dad, and that's his favorite.
Yeah. I never envisioned this being ever, because he always charged so much, or it was always just out of reach enough distance or money, whatever wise.
And honestly, that might be one place where you find Gino, because Taker was always his boy too.
I wouldn't be surprised if Gino. I mean, like I said, he and I are going to try to connect after, because he's so batshit. I mean, we talked about it. He's so batshit crazy busy, more than he expected to be, which is why I'm also going to. I can say this now because it is confirmed. I'm not going to get it this coming weekend, but Ricky Styles will be on this network sometime before the summer. I think he was actually. But yeah, it's everything. I started. When Jeff Beasley struggles to find the words, we've got issues. It's really what it is for me. We've got Undertaker, we've got Mania both days, open mic night, which has become for our multiverse what the Great Cherry Show is for Renegade on Wednesday. It's just like come together and just have fun and just kick the shoes off and just have the fun, shoot the bullshit and just see what shenanigans unfold. It's wonderful. And then I get to do that Sunday morning, do it all over again at Mania.
I know. Thank God Sunday there's nothing before Mania. Can actually sleep in a little bit.
Seriously, I told Travis, I'm like,
some people are still going to be trying to get home from WrestleMania Sunday morning.
Yeah, I have tried to exercise every option I have. I am at the point I'm going to have to call a call. And that will be the moment where my JMN financial department loans max out. But it is what it is. I got to get home to get sleep. It's safe. I'm going to tell gotta be safe. But then, yeah, after WrestleMania, after WrestleMania, after Open Mic Night, after all the things, we're not done.
No, we start off the new week with even more shit.
Yeah. Before we get into Raw after Mania, before we get in that, we're doing our top 10 ECW champions for the Dads, which is in the can, queued up, ready to go. So excited for that. But yeah, the Raw after Mania is always the Raw after Mania. It's always expect the unexpected, and even if you think it's unexpected, expect even crazier.
Yeah.
We talk about my nature being on a bipolar roller coaster. This is WWE booking the bipolar roller coaster and trying to harness it in and pull to a stop and going, oh, there go my fingers. Because if you believe room and innuendo, Lord knows between this channel and the other channel I subscribe to, room and innuendo is just that much bullshit. There's a very distinct possibility that John opens WrestleMania with the title victory and then comes into Staples Center and drops it to Ron Breakker or Jay White, which would be freaking pop the roof off the Staples Center. My God. Jay White shows up. Jesus Christ. All is lost. I mean, we're not going to play hockey playoffs because the roof will be bye-bye. Which will suck because we're actually making playoffs this year.
And then there's the other stuff of the main cards. I mean, it's heavily rumored, depending on what sources you subscribe to, that Gangrel is going to be involved in WrestleMania. And then I even read something, and I shared it in the group chat, about how Tony Khan is receptive to allow Christian to come for the Brood entrance. If that's what they're going for, you could potentially see the entire Brood rise up in Inglewood, California. And think about this for a second. The last time we saw Christian Cage on our televisions, he was buried in a coffin.
Mm-hmm.
And now the vampire rises up from hell. Think about that. Storytelling between companies.
Yeah, that's some Hollywood movie stuff. It's like we're actually in a Hollywood setting or something. Yeah. Oh yeah. If you believe the rumor, and we get to, even if we don't get this, even if we have the right crate of hate, I still get to see the cell in person with the demon, even if it's just Edge. Okay, fine. I'm good with that. But again, very reliable people saying Gangrel will at least be at the stadium. Whether he's involved in the show or not, whatever. He'll be there.
Yeah.
And then if Tony has let Jay off his leash for a night, yes, please. Give me the Brood, baby. Give me the Brood. And then
Raw after Mania, you think about all the moments that have happened on Raw after Mania.
Our boys Ziggler.
Debuts, returns, retirement ceremonies, Money in the Bank cash-ins. The final appearance of the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, really.
He was dead like 2 days later.
Yeah, Raw after Mania needs to get that Raw after Mania energy back. It really wasn't there last year, I felt.
I think with Hunter at the pen, so to speak, it will.
I think so too. I do. But, it always contingent on, how we do Saturday, Sunday, how those shows lay out. And then, if we thought Jeff was going to get a break after Raw, No, because the boy gets to come home from his mother's house. He's going to the hockey game at the Staples Center, and I get to be on the No DQ review recapping all the shenanigans I went through the previous 2 weeks. So, and then to Disneyland, and then I just sleep because the next day, the 7th, I did get a correction. We've been advertising the wrong time for a month. Too. I feel like such a jerk.
I know.
Oh, this is stupid. But yeah, it's 10 o'clock Eastern and Pacific. I found out because there's that 3-hour gap between the two coasts. They're running on the East Coast at 10 o'clock after whatever the hell movie they're showing or whatever the hell they're doing on TNT Friday the 7th. But they're showing it at 10. They're showing both at 10 o'clock on both coasts, 10 to 12. So going to be up later than we thought we were.
It
It is
happened.
what it is. It's how we do. But yes, and then if that's not enough, I'm working at 7, so I will not be part of that at all, except to hopefully watch it. Oh no, because I'll be it's Friday. Friday I'm off at 6. So I can watch streams on my phone on the way home.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
You can
pop
be
it
like
afterwards.
Mansfield, commenting along as we do
Yes,
the
appreciate you,
thing.
Josh. Yes, but then Saturday there will be no open mic night because I'm 6:45 to 2 a.m.
There will be an open mic night. Jeff just
Which
won't
is
be
not,
able to.
there'll
Don't
be
make
no
it
me and
sound
Omar.
like it's being canceled
So,
because you won't not going to
sir,
be here.
yeah. There'll be no Jeff on my. I meant to say there'll be no Jeff on my. That came out very fast. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But yeah, so the whole no sleep till the 6th is like, yeah, that's the only time I'm going to get to sleep.
Yeah. Jeff getting a break is like Noah getting to sleep.
No sleep till summer slam at this point.
Right? Because
I go to
just
Detroit,
when we thought that we were done with Mania, we get a freaking triple feature at the end of May.
It's gonna be May, end of May, end of May. But yeah, we had a pretty good debate during the Greg Cherry show about that weekend, and will we see the tribal chief walk into Jeddah and hit that 1,000 days, man? That is still being debated, and we're 3 days out. So people still aren't sold either way, and I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Love every
I
bit of
was
that.
telling Cece the other night, before she did her Ladies of the Multiverse predictions,
Which,
which
by
you
the
can
way,
check out across all the
I was going to
channels.
say, yes, so good.
Amazing job by all the women involved. But I was telling her that's what makes this WrestleMania so great. As you think back in all of our years of fandom, Jeff, you going back to 1990, 91, me going back to 1998.
Yep.
Even if we were wrong, we were dead set and sold on how we thought these matches were going to go.
Yep. Yep.
There is no match on this card, with the exception of maybe Ronda and Shayna in the women's showcase.
Yeah.
And I
Even
am
that.
dead set on how these matches can go because they can go any way.
Yeah.
We could
I
be
am.
walking into the biggest, like, epic fail when it comes to the pick'em leagues. It'll be on
Oh yeah.
with the stock crash in like the 20s and shit, and the start of the Great Depression. Like, it could be that serious of a fail for
Yes.
everybody.
Yes. This has the potential to be a complete tailspin, and no, not the awesome cartoon of the afternoon. We're
And
talking
Triple
complete
H will
cluster.
just be sitting there at Gorilla going,
Dance monkeys dance. Dance monkeys dance.
for real. Like, there is not a single match that I feel 100% confident in saying this person is going to win for this reason.
And
I have my
even
favorites, I have
of
my
course.
picks and my predictions, but I'm not 100% positive they're going to win.
No.
90% maybe, but not 100.
When Cody won the Royal Rumble, I think we all talked about it. It's like okay, well, that's that. I am thoroughly unconvinced. I have no idea which way this is going to go.
When Cody won the Royal Rumble, nobody had really looked at how close the 1,000 is. And with it being a month and a half, just almost 2 months from night 2, April 2nd to May 27th. May 27th, King Queen of the Ring in Saudi Arabia is day 1,000. Do you really throw that away? So close. And it's the same thing that's going through my head when it comes to Gunther and Bianca. September for both of them will be passing those milestones. Bianca becoming the longest reigning black champion in WWE history, passing the New Day, and Gunther passing the hunky tonky meter and becoming the longest reigning IC champ of all time. I see
this
you
was June, but
pondering. I have done the math, sir. September 8th will be Gunther passing the honky tonk man. And ironically, September 8th is a Friday night SmackDown.
ooh, see, it writes itself, man.
Do you risk that? We
Yeah,
know how much Triple H is a Walter guy.
yeah.
Bianca came through his NXT. Do you throw those moments away when they're that close? You think about the media coverage, you think about the promotion, you think about the marketing and the merchandise. It doesn't matter that Gunther's a heel. He's a respected heel. He's not a chicken shit heel. There is a difference.
Yes, very much so.
Same with Roman. Roman is, for the most part, a cool heel. He's that NWO heel.
Yeah.
You know, you're supposed to boo him, but you kind of like him. You like the bloodline. You don't want to boo the bloodline. You want to be part of the bloodline.
Yeah, again.
And then Bianca, and you think about, like I said numerous times, she is where WWE wanted Sasha to be. She is poised to be the female Cena. Do you throw that away that close?
Yeah, exactly.
No, you don't.
And I've kind of like half, shot my shot on the main event. This is the most torn I've been on a WrestleMania main event championship match, I think, in my entire 32 years now.
Yeah.
I want so badly for Cody, Brandy, for their kid, for the family, for Dusty smiling down on us all. I want that so bad for him.
The last time I was this excited about a WrestleMania was 21. Yeah, and that was because I was in your shoes. I was going to be there.
Yeah, exactly.
I came close. I came close for 25 and 30. You know, those other big marker milestone manias, the 25th anniversary, the 30th anniversary.
Right.
But 25, honestly, aside from Taker Michaels, I don't remember a whole lot that was good about it. And then 30, obviously, our boy ascending to the top of the mountain.
Yeah. Think about that for a second. 30 and 31, two, for the most part, independent darlings. Close Mania with that big prize over their head. We have a chance this weekend to not necessarily an indie darling, because he's not. Cody is a product of the territories, at least through his family. Cody is good looking as he is or not, because they talk about this on 83 Weeks. Cody's not his father.
No.
He's not an everyman. He's not a common man, if you will, looking like everybody else do in the world.
And I love Cody, but he doesn't have the charisma of his old man.
No, he does not have that. He does not have that. And we can't, I've said this forever. You cannot hold that against Dustin or Cody. Nobody's touching the friggin' drink. It's not happening. It's just not. There's a reason he was in the main event with Flair 45,000 times, because he's freaking Dustin. But
there are generational superstars that can eclipse. You think about Orton. You think about Rocky. You think about Roman.
Yeah.
And the Usos even eclipsed their old man.
And
then there's Dustin. Then there's Ted Jr. Then there's Manu. Then there's Tamina.
Brett DiBiase also. Yeah, there's just so many. And even, we love her, even Natty has been so pigeonholed for more than one reason, but she's never going to be her Uncle Brett, her Uncle Owen.
No, but she has surpassed her old man.
That I'll agree with. I'll agree with that.
She's not going to eclipse her Uncle Brett. She's not even going to eclipse her Uncle Owen.
No, she
But
won't.
she's past her old man.
Yes.
And that's
But
more what I was going for, was the direct descendant,
well,
not the
yeah,
greater familial.
because Roman over Sika, it's like, yes, if you were a fan before I was born and when you were a little one, that's not a false answer because the Wild Samoans were badasses, but they were the Samoans. They were a tag team. They weren't the draw. They weren't the world champion. Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman doesn't speak to hear himself talk. The man may lie to the boys running the company. He has not lied in a promo yet.
Nope.
As the advocate, as the special counsel, as the leader, well, maybe he's Lions, the party in terms of Lions, not the shit, but he is spitting truth. Roman Reigns, in my 30, almost 33 years of watching WWE, WWF, is the most dominant, most unpredictable world champion we've ever had. You knew Hogan was going to win. You knew Hogan was going to toe the good guy line. He was going to fly the straight and narrow. You knew John Cena was going to, not cross that line in retaining his title. You knew Stone Cold Steve Austin was going to buck the system, except when he didn't, and it blew up in their face. Roman Reigns is that character that comes along once in a great while, that comes along, and we were so used to loving to hate him and being forced to, love him, or being the system trying to force us to love him and embrace him as the new John Cena, the new face of the company. And then when he flipped that switch, it's like, okay, we want to cheer you because you're so compelling, because you're so, you have the ability um, to keep us enthralled, keep us entertained, but you have Paul now, so we're torn on what we want to do with you. That he is the most conflicting champion in my 33 years because you're supposed to despise this man. But you can't because
Yeah, exactly.
he backs his shit up every
Absolutely.
single time.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I kept going. I saw you thinking like, all right, I'm just going to run with it.
No, that's
So,
fine. I lost internet here
that's
on
what
the
I figured.
laptop, so I'm on my phone now.
What I figured. Yeah, I was just saying. I don't know how much you caught because everything went down, but
I heard most of what you were saying.
yeah. He's every bit a conglomerate of every world champion in my fandom. Hogan, Austin. He's every bit a portion of the guy. He's that dominance of Hogan. He's that anti-hero attitude of Austin. He's the face of the company that was Cena. And he's part of the Anawahi, so he's got The Rock in it, and he's got Triple H in his endorsement. He's every champion we've ever seen, all rolled into one. And Cody Rhodes, the grandson of a plumber, the son of the guy who never was ever going to be the WWE's top guy, has to combat all of that in 4
Yeah.
years. Crazy.
1 second. It looks like I just got my internet back, so I'm going to switch back to the laptop.
Very good. I will mosey on. Again, it's this weekend is what it is. I can't. It sounds silly and it sounds like a cliche or copy out or whatever. But it's so bright. Can't even see how because it's so glaring. But the bright lights of Hollywood are shining on WWE. They're shining on the American Nightmare. They're shining on the champion who has been shown on for 940 something days.
Yeah.
And this is they called Brock and Roman the biggest WrestleMania main event in history, and I thought that was kind of stupid to be perfectly honest with you because they hit each other a multitude of times, and I didn't buy that. Ooh, it's the biggest match ever because Hogan Andre, Austin Michaels, Austin Rock, the triple threats, the Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Killing the Van This match, while not the biggest marquee match in the history of WWE or WrestleMania, has the potential to be the biggest pivot point following a WrestleMania that we've ever seen. Because do
And
we
I'm
go
so
forward?
excited to see what direction they go.
Do we, like I said, the tagline for this match, when you and I record our intros, whenever that may be tomorrow, will the undeniable be the one to halt the unstoppable? That's the tweet. Cody has proven that he can go from undesirable to undeniable. There's no denying Cody Rhodes. But Roman Reigns will, right? We don't know.
We'll find out in just a couple of days.
4 days for that, 3 days for Mania.
2 days for
One
Reign
week.
of Honor, tomorrow for Multiverse United, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Yes. Again, I don't know, so forgive me for my lack of knowledge. I acknowledge my ignorance here, but whatever is going to happen next door, if they're going to broadcast it later, I can't encourage everybody to watch this enough because it's going to be fun tonight. It really is. You've got a lot of amazing, even Corbin. I hear the person behind Corbin's a funny dude. I never met the guy. I don't know. But Dolph Ziggler is a stand-up comedian when he's on the television. That's going to be exciting. If Sean is in the right mindset after what's going on this week, he's always a blast. Haven't seen Deuce a whole lot in person, so we'll see. Kathy's a sweetheart. Mike Rome is Mike Rome, but if you follow Alexa Bliss on social media, especially Instagram, her and Mike Rome are Disney buddies, so they're okay with me. And then Dynamite with Aaron tonight. Doing a recap of the show's going on right now, so we appreciate those of you that are watching us while Dynamite's going on. I very much appreciate that.
Yes.
Man, it's going to be one of those. Travis and I are going to hit the club. We're at the Comedy Store. We're going to hit the club tonight, and then when I wake up tomorrow, everything's
Game on.
Right? Seriously, I'm going to go grab my Wayne's World hat and my freaking hockey jersey because game on, bitches. Oh.
Absolutely. I'm stoked. I hope everybody out there watching is as hyped and as stoked as we are.
Oh my
we
God,
hope
right?
you guys will be tuning in for all the coverage that'll be going on across the entire Multiverse of Media. Again, Multiverse United, Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor, Hall of Fame, Stand and Deliver for NXT, Night 1 and Night 2 of WrestleMania, Raw After Mania, Open Mic Night, and then the Dynamite, Rampage Battle of the Belts to cap everything off.
And that's just the watch along.
Yeah, that doesn't even factor in our regular content, which you made the announcement for me last night on the ladies thing. Let me go ahead and say right here, since I've got the people watching, there will be no new release Saturday this week for Renegade's reviews. It's going to be just a little bit busy.
Yeah,
I haven't had time to watch the movie, which means I haven't had time to write notes. I haven't had time to film, edit. And then Saturday, we've already got so much going on. So
yes.
April 8th will be a new release Saturday double feature. The movie that was supposed to air this week and the regularly scheduled one for that day. We don't need to plug all the other stuff for me, Jeff. I wanted to get that out there since we had this. Remember, we wanted to keep this to about an hour. We got 55 seconds. This was all about the live streams.
All right,
this was the Don West Hard Sell Go Home show.
Thank you all again. Thank you to everybody. The donations have come through on JJ's channel, on my channel, even on Greg's channel this week now. We're all making money this week, and that, I don't think I can say any better how awesome that is, that the entirety of the circle, not just the multiverse, the entirety of the circle is making money this week. Let's go, dude. Oh my God, I'm so excited for that.
You said it a few times. That's the tweet. Right? The entire circle is profiting thanks to you, our viewers. Thank you. Keep it up. You've got all these events to continue your support and your love and your super chats and your super thanks after the fact. Go ahead, Meacham.
I was going to say, thank you all very much. And again, we'll see you tomorrow. Well, Some of us will see it tonight on ODQ, but tomorrow for the Multiverse, man. As Noah is fond of saying, here's the one for the day, Jay. Let's fucking go. Good night, guys.
The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.